Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and when I saw this today, I felt like it was speaking to me because it's time to talk about the next round of deplatforming and censorship by who? You guessed it, YouTube. Yes, YouTube, coming off a summit in France about the Christchurch massacre, which was a very tragic situation, has now decided it's going to be doing its next round of censorship. Oh, well, grand. Goody, 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 gumdrops. I can't wait. So they can tell me who the next conspiracy theorist is and what the next topic is I'm not allowed to talk about. That's great. Awesome. Guys, the harder you clamp down, the more talent and the more viewers are actually going to slip through. So I found out about this a little while back by Lee Stewie of Press for Truth. And of course, when you click on the link, you know, all the stuff about the I won't say it, and I won't say it, and I won't say it, extremism, and I won't say it speech, you know, because we want this video to get out there. It's tough to get out there. I've done how many videos today? Oh, how many videos have you done, Jason? Well, you did that one, that was demonetized. You did that one, that was demonetized, but wait, I'm sorry, that's the one that did not get, the follow-up to the euthanasia story. But look behind me. Quaid, what is this? So I can't talk about Randy Quaid. I can't talk about Alabama passing a law that could castrate people. Apparently only Fox, CNN, MSNBC can talk about that. And then I'm not allowed to talk about the FBI and what they're doing in the latest investigation into the trafficking allegations of Epstein. That's not allowed. And then look here, we're also not allowed to talk about like I said, the euthanasia thing. The first one did get demonetized, and then you see Nexium, and there's a few videos that have remained, but no R. Kelly as well. So way more than half of my videos are totally demonetized out of the gates, basically, as soon as they process, or then somebody reports them, or somehow I'm not allowed to talk about them. Am I bigoted? Am I an extremist? Am I one of the next people to be on this content removal? Look at the Verge and Vox just so giddy and happy, by the way, that people are being deplatformed. Isn't this great? Isn't this great? Now, Sandy Hook skeptics, let me tell you something. That worries me a little bit. Why does that worry me? Well, when Jones gave his deposition, I cut a few of those little segments out and I put them up here because I thought they were important to put in context. Now, on top of that, I showed you quite a breakdown of the actual anomalies and the actual questions of that. And of course, that video is completely demonetized, but is that going to get me thrown off the platform now? Am I now not allowed to talk about anything whatsoever? After all, you just took a look at how many are demonetized out of the gates. Out of the gates. The majority of these were put up in the last 24 hours, guys. And that's how difficult it is. Now, once they get reviewed, it could be another day, it could be two. More than likely, they'll get that confirmed by manual review. I'd say about 1 out of every 4 to 5 videos that goes demonetized comes back after a manual review, and they confirm that it's good. But because of that, it won't be recommended as much. It won't be in the search bar. So, you know, right now I'm asking you guys, forget about, you know, just the subscriptions or ringing notification bells. If you want to see my content, I'm going to be putting out a crazy amount of videos in the next few days. I have promised myself to put 30 to 50 videos out this week alone, and I'm going to try to do even more. That's right, YouTube. I'm going to keep reporting the truth on real issues like, oh, I don't know, child abuse, the royal family, the military-industrial complex, Nexium, hoaxes. You think facial recognition, biometrics, Bilderberg. In fact, tonight at 7 p.m., if you're watching this live right now, I'm going to have Richard Andrew Grove on to talk about a plethora of things, including Iran and what's going on in the Gulf. Real issues. Real issues. But the question is, am I a bigot? Am I about to be removed? Let's read some of the gleeful chatter by the Verge and Vox. And I'll say this. Vox was much more cheerful than The Verge. YouTube is changing its community guidelines to ban videos promoting the superiority of any group as a justification for discrimination against others based on their age, gender, race, caste, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status. Very broad. Very broad. The move, which will result in the removal of all videos promoting Nazism and other discriminatory ideologies, and who's going to decide what's discriminatory, folks, is expected to result in the removal of thousands of channels. Thousands of channels across YouTube. So I'm hoping I'm going to be here, guys. I have not promoted any kind of extremism. I've never promoted violence. I don't throw crackpot theories out there. I show you evidence. I play you videos. I give you audios. Like, for instance, in the Sandy Hook thing. Yeah, there's a lot of police audio. Am I not allowed to talk about that? That raises some real questions. The openness of the YouTube platform has helped creativity and access information thrive, the company said in a blog post. It's our responsibility to protect that and prevent our platform from being used to incite hatred, harassment, discrimination, or violence. I want to put it on record right now. I've never done any of those things, not even in the slightest. The changes announced on Wednesday attempt to improve its content moderation in 3 ways. First, the ban on supremacists will remove Nazis and other extremists who advocate segregation or exclusion based on age, gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status. In addition, those categories, YouTube adding a caste, which is significant implications in India, yes, the caste system. And here we go. And well-documented violent events such as Sandy Hook Elementary School and 9/11. You know how much work I've done on that. Are those videos no longer allowed? Are my Dark Overlord breakdowns of actual documentation of the dancing Israelis recently and the FOIA request, is that too much? Am I not allowed to tell you about Yosef Bodansky, the man who literally wrote the book on bin Laden in the late 90s? You can go check that video out. Promoted him on television as this boogeyman, even then tried to connect him to Iraq. What, is that not allowed? Can I not talk about something that is now 15 plus years ago? Coming up on the 18th anniversary? No, I'm not allowed to talk about that? That's not allowed? I can get my channel pulled? I mean, give me a break. And, you know, I got to wonder whether this live stream itself has already been demonetized for the topics I've talked about. So, you know, The Verge, not quite as happy. But second, YouTube said it would expand efforts announced in January to reduce the spread of what it calls borderline content and harmful misinformation. The policy, which applies to videos that flirt with violating the community guidelines but ultimately fall short, aims to limit the promotion of those videos through recommendations. YouTube said the policy, which affects videos including flat earthers and peddlers of phony miracle cures. Again, we've talked about this stuff. We don't promote any of that stuff here. Okay? Had already decreased the number of views that borderline videos received by 50%. Good for them and their censorship algorithm. Let them tell you that you don't know how to use discernment, that you can't apply that to information that comes your way. When are we going to be adults? When are adults allowed to look at adult content about adult issues? 9/11 is an adult issue. Okay? It's not some kooky conspiracy theory. This really upsets me because I really feel like in the next few days, people that I watch, possibly myself, you know, possibly the News for a Change or the We Are Change page are going to be completely under. And why? Please tell me why. They think they're protecting you? No, this is about censorship. This is about putting authoritative sources first that are owned by corporations so that they can get their propaganda out there and also turn a profit while doing it. Not lose money to independent journalists, reporters, and pundits like myself. YouTube is finally banning content that promotes white supremacist views on its video platform, but it will still permit videos it classifies as borderline, which isn't clearly defined, as well as a host of other problematic content. Now, right now, there's a big deal going on with Crowder and this guy over at Vox. I forget what his name is, but I've watched some of the guys over at Vox's videos, and quite frankly, they're well produced. I don't particularly like the messages in them. I talked about, you know, he did one on Fox News and exposed how Fox News was in with the government, lobbyist, propaganda, and then tried to act like CNN wasn't its counterpart. MSNBC wasn't its counterpart. Tried to act like they don't both promote war. That's a problem. I don't care about the guy's lisp. I don't care about his sexual orientation. I don't care what he's wearing. I don't care about his hairstyle. I don't care about any of that. I care about the bullshit message that he's putting out there, and then that's promoted while I'm borderline content, or I might be taken down. And my videos, out of the gates, are demonetized. Look at that today. Guys, I get up at 6:30 in the morning now and start pumping these things out as soon as possible. I had 3 up before 11 today. And I'm going to keep going. Like I said, 7 p.m., we're going to have Richard Andrew Grove on for about 30 minutes to an hour. I'm also going to be taking questions over in the chat. So, guys, if you're not subscribed, now's the time to do that. It's also the time to set a notice for that later interview, because I promise you there's going to be some really great information. Richard Andrew Grove of Tragedy and Hope is just an amazing researcher. So please, right now, subscribe, ring that bell, thumbs this up. I don't know how much longer we're going to have this option. I thought we were on the road to 30,000. And then, if I pulled my Social Blade numbers over here, guys, which I'm going to do really quickly, take a look. Like, all of a sudden, I was on a gravy train with biscuit wheels before this. Let's see if we can show all my full monthly stats. Gravy train with biscuit wheels. Look at these numbers. Boom, boom, boom. I was actually trending on Social Blade at one point. You guys were coming in so quick, and I appreciate that so much. And then all of a sudden, about a week and a half ago, that trend just stopped. Look, I mean, I'm 100 plus, 200 plus every day here. You go to 34, and then all of a sudden I'm in the negative, and I'm barely getting anything for an entire week. I don't have that many subscribers that they're purging, the majority of them. What's really going on? So then, I put out a little bit of content. It goes up a little bit. But the last 2 days that I've pumped out content, I'm finally seeing the numbers and the results. So that's it. You're going to get 6 to 10 videos a day here about the subjects that matter. You got ideas of what they are, please hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. Open DMs, by the way. Check out the comments. Let me know what you guys think of the thumbs. Again, follow me at Jason Burmis. And I'm going to give you, I hope, the most enlightening coverage that you get on a daily basis. And we're going to crank this stuff out together until they pull the plug. And when they do pull the plug, I'll go to another platform. And they got to realize a lot of people are going to go to another platform. You can't keep censoring content that is truthful, honest, and what people want to see outside of the corporate realm and think you're going to be successful. That's to you, Alphabet, Google, YouTube, whatever you want to call yourself. That's the truth of the matter. So, guys, please share this on social media. I'll catch you on the flip in the next video. Thank you again.